Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Norwich Free Academy. Sorry I missed you. This is us, the Wildcats. Within these messages, you'll hear your coworkers, friends, maybe just people you walk by every day who have come together to create this video for you. Take this opportunity to breathe, recognize the words being said, and put your mental health first. This is Wildcats Voice.
It is okay. It is more than okay to live a life that others don't understand. Your happiness, your mental health, and your peace are far more valuable than someone's perception of you.
In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, I would like to share one of my favorite quotations. Always remember that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. However, while I believe this is true, I want everyone to know that you don't have to be brave alone. There are many resources and people at NFA who can support you when you struggle, and I encourage you to reach out at any time.
Have you ever heard of the let them theory? Here's how it works. Your friends have a party and don't invite you. Let them. Or maybe people are judging you for the way you are. Let them. You put so much more effort into a relationship than them. Let them. We often spend so much time trying to control situations that are beyond our control. But when you let them, then you will find out who they truly are. You will find out the next step. And your stress will decrease dramatically. You can't control what you can't control. So, let them.
An inspirational quote that means a lot to me is when Tupac once said, "Trust me, I never lose. I either win or learn from it." This quote has impacted the way I react to failure. I used to hate the idea of losing, but now I realize every loss is really a life lesson disguised as failure. When you start looking at failure like a life lesson, you get more motivated to be successful. One big piece of advice I would give to NFA students is to remind ourselves that we cannot control everything. We cannot control the outcome of certain situations. For example, failing a test. Yes, we should always try our best, but we also have to remember that we can always do other assignments to get the grade up. Stressing about things we cannot control is terrible for our mental health. The thing about mental health is you do not always know the signs of someone going through something. The person right in front of you could be suffering. Your teachers could be suffering. We all have to step up and be a community. Helping each other out can be as simple as helping someone understand their assignment. High school is already hard enough, so by helping someone out can go a long way.
Hey NFA, I just wanted to offer a quick piece of advice and some words of encouragement. We are more than the worst thing that we've ever done, or the worst place that we've ever been in. And we owe it to ourselves, it's a responsibility that we owe to ourselves to be a better person than we were yesterday, to move forward, to be better, to be a better person than we are today. Now, while you think about that and what that means to you, I want to share a poem from Dr. Benjamin E. Mays. It goes like this. I've only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it. Give account if I abuse it, just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. Now I ask you, NFA, what are you going to do with your minute? And I advise you to be a better person than you are today or than when you were yesterday. We are more than the worst things we've ever done.
With a defeat, when you lose, you get up. You make it better. You try again. That's what I do in life. When I get down, when I get sick, I don't want to just stop. I keep going and I try to do more. Everyone always says never give up, but you really have to take that to heart and never give up. Keep trying. Serena Williams.
Mental health is important because it affects us in many different ways. It can affect your motivation, it can affect how you sleep, it can affect your grades, and it can affect your relationships. It can really pile up and feel way more stressful than it did in the beginning if it is not addressed. Good things to do are like to reach out to someone, or especially a trusted adult, to figure out how to get the resources that you may need to help improve yourself and feel better than what you are. Mental health is not often taken very seriously, but it is a very serious thing, and it affects many people in many different ways and a lot of people's lives. So it should definitely be taken seriously, and it should definitely be addressed, and if you need help, you should absolutely reach out for it.
You only lose when you give up.
Pay attention to your own work, for you will get the satisfaction of a job well done and won't need to compare yourself to others.
Mental health is a fickle thing. It's fragile and needs to be treated with more understanding than it is today. Sometimes people struggle, and that's okay. It's not their fault that life can get overwhelming now and then. So if you feel like you are struggling or notice someone struggling, reach out. Help is available and somebody does care about you.
Be loud about the things that are important to you.
I try to remind myself that more often than not, worry has an expiration date. Every time stress starts creeping in, you have the power to pause and ask yourself a simple question. Will this matter in a week, a month, a year? Most of what stresses us out today won't even matter down the road, so why let it weigh you down now? Instead of borrowing trouble from tomorrow, reclaim some peace of mind. That looming deadline, that small mistake, that unanswered email, will they still be on your mind next week? The answer is probably not. Your goals, your health, your happiness, these are things that deserve your energy. Don't waste it on temporary worries. You have the power to choose where you invest your thoughts and emotions. Don't give in to borrowed worry.
Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
I wanted to share some words of encouragement. What often helps me get through times when I'm feeling really anxious is remembering that the opposite of fear isn't bravery. It's faith and trust. So the opposite of fear isn't bravery, it's faith and trust. If you have someone or something that you can have faith in, that is what can get you through the times when you are feeling very afraid. And sometimes when anxiety takes us down the rabbit hole of imagining the worst case scenarios, we imagine ourselves as all alone. And I want you to remember that you are never alone, never ever alone. So you can have that faith or have that trust in someone, something, and know that you're not alone. And that's what helps me make it through when I'm feeling most anxious. Thanks.
An inspirational quote that means a lot to me is, just because you're not doing what other people are doing, that doesn't mean you're failing or falling behind. You're charting your own course and staying true to yourself, even though it would be easier to join the crowd. You're creating a life you can fall in love with instead of falling in line. You're finding the courage to do what's right for you, even though it's uncertain and scary and hard. Give yourself some credit, because these are all reasons to be proud. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month.
Life is not easy, but remember to embrace who you are and be proud of yourself.
Hello, NFA. Really appreciate the opportunity to share a little bit of inspiration and encouragement for you as you face your day, your week, your month, and really this important time of year. One of the things I always look to is what can I do and how can I make a difference? And one of my favorite quotes comes from, his name's Admiral William McRaven. He was a former Navy SEAL and president of the University of Texas, Austin. He said, if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. And here at NFA, certainly I know maybe making our bed is not the most popular thing for us to talk about, but I think what Admiral McRaven was talking about was the little small things that each of us can do, and each of the small ways that we can find ways to have impact, have control. The ways we can make our bed is by bringing a great effort. The way we can make our bed is by being respectful, by being kind, by reaching out to someone else in need, by filling your bucket, by filling someone else's. And in all these moments over the next few months of school, we have a great opportunity to take care of each other, to take care of this amazing place, and to cement the legacy of what it means to be an NFA student. I appreciate each and every one of you, and appreciate the way you carry yourself around this campus, and really looking forward to watching you continue to change the world, making one bed at a time.